Good evening and welcome to the Rush Green Stadium for this evening's FA Youth Cup third round tie between West Ham United under-18s and Newcastle United under-18s. Two sides kept apart in the under-18 Premier League by the North-South divide come together tonight in East London to battle it out to reach the fourth round of this historic competition. Both teams have experienced their fair share of success in the FA Youth Cup, with 5 titles between them, with the Claret and Blue of West Ham lifting the trophy on 3 occasions. The Young Hammers come into this match in a good vein of form, unbeaten in their last 4 and scoring 10, only conceding 2 in the process, seeing them rise to 7th in the table. However, the same cannot be said for the Magpies, who have struggled to find consistency this season, find themselves only 1 place above the foot of the table, picking up only 2 wins all season. But as we all know, just like its senior, the FA Youth Cup can spring a surprise or two. So let's run through how the two sides line up, starting with the home side. So, in goal, Jacob Knightsbridge, And it looks like a back five this evening, with Regan Clayton out wide on the left and Junior Robertson in the right wing back position. Sean Tarima, Caelan Casey and Michael Forbes form that centre back partnership, with Freddie Potts, Archie Woods, George Urphy, Devin Mabama and Gideon Kadua leading the line. On the bench for West Ham, Lewis Orford, Ollie Skiles, Asher Falas, Mason Terry, Isaac Evans, Ryan Batram and Sebastian Booth. Now, for the away side. Number 1, Max Thompson, and then Josh Stewart, Harry Barkley, Jamie Miley, Carl Crossley, Ellis Stanton, Michael Ndewini, Bo Beresford, Kieran Thompson, James Huntley and Jay Turner-Cook. And on the bench, Callum McNally, Stephen Besant, Lewis Miley, Dylan Charlton, Josh Jonathan, Ben Parkinson and number 18, Sean Mavididi. West Ham, of course, reaching the 5th round last year for the first time since the 2011-2012 season, beating Luton on pens in the 3rd round before thrashing Norwich at Carrow Road 5-0, but eventually losing out in a 3-1 defeat to Arsenal. Newcastle, on the other hand, reached the quarterfinals last year for the first time since 2010, and they were defeated by the eventual winners, Aston Villa, 6-1. Of course, the players on show for West Ham tonight will be buoyed by last night's wealth of a youth presence in the Europa League side that only narrowly lost out to Dynamo Zagreb. 7 academy products making their debut in that game, including Freddie Potts, who was a late substitute, and he starts today in the centre of midfield for West Ham. 2 captains, Jamie Miley and Michael Forbes. Two teams have met in the FA Youth Cup before, and they last met in 2010. And it was Newcastle ran out 3-0 winners that time, but a team that included James Tavernier and Paul Dummett. Of course, they'll be well known to many of you. But it'll be West Ham to get us underway, kicking from left to right in this first half, with Devin Mabama getting things underway. And it's an early ball out into the channel, looking for Junior Robinson. But this one's played a little bit too far. Junior Robinson, we're up and down that flank all evening. Yeah, supporter of Barcelona, and they idolise Danny Alves when he grows up, as he's growing up. And if he can replicate any of that, he'll be in for a great career. Is Mabama now checking back onto his right foot, and let's go have an early shot. And nice easy save for Max Thompson in the Newcastle goal this evening. Ball's played forward, but it's just gone out for a throw in. And here's another look at that early chance. Obama just checking back onto his right foot, just dragging it wide, and Max Thompson just falling onto the ball there. Clayton wins the header well. Here is Clayton again. West Ham will certainly be favourites going into this one, given the recent form of the two sides. But as I said in the build-up, nothing is a given in the FA Youth Cup. As Sean Tarima plays it into the midfield, and the ball's looked out left, but cut out, and Carl Crossley now comes step over, steps inside. Newcastle just patiently waiting, and the cross is delivered, and it's headed away by the West Ham defence as the ball's let to bounce there. Played out back over towards Crossley, trying to get past his man. Crossley is just blocked there, and it's helped on his way. But Bo Barrister puts the high ball up, but Michael Ndweni's there to challenge for it. And Junior Robinson eventually deals with the danger, but it will be a Newcastle throw-in nonetheless. Throw-in's taken. And Freddie Potts just going to ground there, and it's cleared away by Sean Tarima. There is Harry Barkley, starting at centre-half this evening for Newcastle. 17-year-old made his under-23s debut in the Premier League Cup tie against Huddersfield and back in November. A 1-1 draw. As they battle away on this near side. Ndweni. Trying to cut inside. Ball shifted over to the right, and it's managed to find its way out to Stewart. As it's closed down by Gideon Kadua. West Ham just looking to slow things down here, but Tarima decides to step into the midfield. Now Potts just playing in that deeper role this evening, and forward comes Michael Forbes. Now Clayton just drops out for a throw-in on the far side. Also forward into the channel from Obama. He'll collect it, but he hasn't got too much on. But can he make something happen? He twists and turns and manages to get away, and he's still going Obama, but eventually it's hacked away by Jamie Miley. And now Michael Ndweni putting pressure on at the other end, and it was Kaylin Casey who had to come across and deal with the danger. But Javin Obama causing all sorts of trouble there in the box, just couldn't quite work it out with his feet. Perfect. Ball's let to bounce, but it's cleared away by Newcastle, and Michael Ndweni will give chase, but Sean Tarima calmly nods back to his keeper, Jacob Knightbridge. As Michael Forbes twisting and turning. Potts. Back to Forbes, but he was just slightly overhit there from Freddie Potts. And Newcastle will have a throw in about midway through the half. Just a bit of miscontrol there on the far side. Ball's played down the line, but it's cleared away by Clayton at the second time of asking, but it comes back towards West Ham. Clayton again making the challenge, and West Ham form all the way back to the Newcastle keeper. He clears long, but it's met by Robinson. Now Potts. Archie Woods looks forward and finds Gideon Kadua. He goes back to Woods, who just looks back as, again, West Ham look to just stabilise this game and control the tempo. Michael Forbes looks for the diagonal ball, and here is Robinson in space, looking to take on his man. Forbes plays the ball forward. It's a touch that was almost a pass, but then the referees judged that to have been a high foot by Archie Woods. Yes, catching the chin there is Michael Linder when he looks to break the offside trap, but caught out on this occasion. Michael Linder, when he, of course, joined age 12 and got a few goals to his name this season, and recently scored a double against Man City in a 2-2 draw. Forbes. Ball's just cut out and Newcastle can break. But it's well marshalled by Potts, and he can find Woods and looks for the space for Junior Robinson to run into, but again it's just slightly overhit, and Junior Robinson asks Archie Potts to be a little bit more accurate with the next attempt. Junior Robinson, of course, I was saying earlier, but he's been at the club since he was 6 years old. Represented England through the age groups, made his debut for the under-17s against Belgium. And here is Gideon Kadua now. Good strength from West Ham forward, and that cross is looping high, and Max Thompson's got to deal with this, and it's bounced, but the referees awarded the foul there. Perhaps a little bit cheap on the keeper there, Max Thompson. Just lost track of it in the air. It was a wild cross, and he just lost it under the lights. Perhaps a little nudge from Obama. As Forbes steps forward and he looks for the pass in towards Kadua, but it's a little bit wasteful. Max Thompson, another who's been part of the England setup, made his 18s debut versus Russia back in October in a 3-0 win. Certain Sonny Perkins scored in that game. Of course, led the line for the seniors in the Europa League last night. Fantastic to see that clear line of progression. That'll mean so much to those in the Academy of Football. Tarima. Again, Robinson on his bike, and this time he will latch on to that pass. Steps inside onto his left foot and still going Junior Robinson. Good feet, plays it back into the midfield, and it's dinked in behind Archie Woods it was. Look for that clip ball in behind towards Earthy. Just a little bit too much on it this time. But that was some neat footwork and some good running from Junior Robinson. And it was Earthy just trying to break him behind there. It's a little bit wasteful from Bo Beresford there. Bo Beresford, the son of former Newcastle left-back John Beresford. Signed by Kevin Keegan in 1992 from Portsmouth. Here's Kadua. Danger is dealt with for now by the Magpies. Potts looks left and finds the Hammers captain this evening, Forbes. Forward come Newcastle. They haven't really been able to get hold of the ball in the last 5 minutes, but Forward they come now with Crossley. And Ndewani looking to just flick the ball around the corner there, I think, but Tarima managed just to get there ahead of him. And Knightbridge finding a pinpoint pass out towards the left back. Regan Clayton. Huntley just pressing on Freddie Potts there, but changes passes and West Ham switch the ball over to the near side. Crossley inside, and ball will maybe find its way towards Ndewani, and it's fired first time, and it's cleared away eventually by Michael Forbes, I think it was, and then Clayton goes to ground. Robinson looks forward and finds Kadua. Fires it into his strike partner, Devin Mabama. Now Forbes stepping forward and finds Clayton. Nice little step over, and they come back inside, working it side to side. Sam as Potts looks for the run of Junior Robinson and finds his feet, and now Woods back across the Potts. Newcastle defending quite deep as Tarima is allowed to step right into the midfield. And now Junior Robinson, and he flashes the ball to the near post, and it might fall on the edge here, and it does, and it's only just fired over there, and it was the wing back Regan Clayton coming in on his weaker right side, but a decent attempt, a difficult one to control. Just looked to hit it with the inside of his foot and got underneath it a bit too much and couldn't quite direct it towards the Newcastle goal. Also right, Junior Robinson pressing early on Barrow there and forces the error. We look back at that Newcastle chance. Ball just fell kindly on the edge, and it was a big block by Kaylin Casey to deny Jay Turner-Cook. As Junior Robinson goes down under challenge from Michael Ndewani. Just a little stamp on Junior Robinson's foot there. Michael Ndewani a little bit too eager to try and win possession back. That's a little bit of a frustrating offside for Devin Mabama. Beresford looks down line for that familiar run of Michael Ndewani, but once again marshalled well by Sean Tarima. Beresford looks back for Turner-Cook, who goes to ground, but the referee waves play on. And Kadua just can't quite get it under his control. And Newcastle will have that throw in just inside the West Ham half. Fairly even opening 17 minutes, but you'd probably say that West Ham have edged it slightly controlling much more of the ball and had a couple of chances, but nothing too troubling for either keeper so far. Bremer seeing plenty of the ball on the right side of this back three early on. As Michael Ndwani looks to get something on that, but Casey just prods it back. Nightbridge. Caden Casey going to be a bit under pressure here by Carl Crossley, but again, Dreamer positions himself well to receive the ball. Dreamer, another one who's been at the club for a long time, joined as a 9-year-old, born in Newham, and it was also another England representative, under 16 level, made his 16s debut in the 2-1 win against Norway back in 2019. As Michael Forbes showing a little bit of expression there, trying to advance forward, but he can't quite direct the pass towards Earthy. As Turner Cook just puts the pressure on Casey, and Casey shows good composure just to turn out of that challenge. And their ball's clipped in behind nicely by Woods, and Robinson has got space again on this far side. Now Woods feigns one way and goes the other. Karima once more advancing forward from that wide centre-back role. And the ball's delivered, and one of the defenders gone to the floor there. I'm not sure he just lost his footing, but luckily the ball wasn't of high enough quality. Now Clayton. Got men over in the middle, and it's just not of the way at the near post. And hacked away, but not a clean contact there. Carl Crossley awaits support and has to go back to his keeper Thompson, who just about nips in front there. But they're just a little bit loose again from West Ham, and Newcastle with a chance to challenge that back line. Also forward, Michael Ndwani shifts it out his feet. Stewart. West Ham do well just to deal with that threat. Now Mabama can pick up on the far side. Manages to hold on to possession, getting past Kieran Thompson. And it's just a little bit too heavy, that touch. Junior Robinson once more in Akers on this far side. Both wing-backs getting plenty of space early on in this game. Robinson checks inside, finds Woods. Bremer just about keeping it in. Robinson, a real live wire so far for West Ham. He goes inside and finds Earthy. He looks to be lining up a shot and does line up a shot, but it's held well by Max Thompson, straight down the throat of the Newcastle goalkeeper. But a decent attempt by George Earthy on his left foot. Regular for the under-18s this year and last. Despite being only an under-16 last year, he was often present in Kevin Keane's side. Referee just awards a foul there on Ellis Stanton. Both players had a hold of each other's shirts, but it was adjudged to have been Archie Woods, the culprit on that occasion. As Newcastle just have a man down here, and the physio is going to have to come on here. Looks like he's back to his feet. Harry Barkley. Two teams just taking an opportunity to get some fluids on board. Just a reminder that the winner of this third round tie will take on the winners of Colchester United or Arsenal at home in the fourth round. The Colchester United and Arsenal game is happening at the same time as this one. The two sides that advance will meet in January. It looks like there'll be a substitution. It looks like Callum McNally's come on. I think he's replacing Harry Barkley. Newcastle look to come forward here. And the Newcastle player goes down there, but nothing doing, says the referee. There's Mabama, looks left and finds Clayton. Potts now just waiting in the centre circle. Slight heavy touch there from Mabama, but shows good strength initially to hold it off, but eventually loses out to Jay Turner-Cook. And a slight loose pass there, and Vin Mabama looks to capitalise on that, checking back onto his right foot and tries to get a shot away, and he just goes to ground there. But Kadua will pick it up, and he's got Robinson on the overlap. Instead comes back to Woods, and now Potts. Forbes out wide to Clayton. Earthy just exchanging passes with Forbes. Ball's clipped to mine. Earthy's found some space here, and it's a decent first touch, but it'll just trickle out, or will it? Or it's just kept in. Oh no, it's just gone out in the end. Callum McNally subbed on for Harry Barkley. Harry Barkley not able to carry on with that knock. I think that means Josh Stewart moving over into the centre-back role on that right-hand side. And just an awkward one for Newcastle to deal with there, and they managed to get it away, but it will come straight back at them from the team in claret and blue. Potts. Now Clayton, and Forbes made that overlapping run from centre-back, and he's battling, and Forbes almost gets past McNally there. But that is the benefit of having these wide centre-backs. They'll really kick on and support the attack. But it hasn't quite resulted in a breakthrough for the home side just yet. Here's Potts. Looks for the switch over towards Clayton, but it's in between Clayton and Kadua there. Slight lapse in concentration from Bo Beresford, just taking us off the ball, and it rolls out for a West Ham throw-in. Here's Kadua. Throwing's gone the way of West Ham there. I think Jamie Miley was demanding that the throw and go the way of the Magpies. But they have possession here nonetheless, but Michael Ndueni just can't keep his feet. And Earthy finds Mabama here, and there's space on the right-hand side, and it will come to Woods, who delivers a low cross in, and it's eventually hacked away. But a decent chance there, West Ham, to put a ball of quality in the box, but it didn't quite happen. Ball's fizzed into Ndueni. He sets it for Turner Cook, and Cross is going forward, and Turner Cook has an effort on goal, but it's a fairly standard save for Jacob Knightbridge to make. It's the first time that he's really been tested. Of course, that earlier effort was blocked by Caelan Casey. But good hands there from Jacob Knightbridge. Forbes. Side to the assured looking Potts, and Robinson really hugging the touchline, but instead this time he chooses to go inside. Forbes. Now Potts again. Looks the ball through the Newcastle defence, but they can't quite get it through, and now Turner Cook can come forward and looks for the run of Ndueni, I think it was initially, and it's too far for even Kyle Crossley to catch up with. Kyle Crossley, the 17-year-old winger. Woods just stretching to keep that one in play. And now Casey. Good switch over towards Clayton, who can play the ball forward early. The Newcastle defenders managed to deal with it. Was West Ham victorious in this competition on 3 occasions in 1963, 81 and 99. The latter team that featured Joe Cole and Michael Carrick. That 9-0 aggregate victory against Coventry. Highest ever score in an FA Youth Cup final. Competition started way back on the 30th of August with local clubs youth sides such as Shepherd United, Erith Town and Montpellier Villa, all taking part in that initial qualifying round. And this is the third round, the round where the big guns come in. 32 teams from the various Premier League youth leagues added at this stage. Knightsbridge ball is a little bit high, but Robinson deals with it well. Knightsbridge finds Woods. Ellis Stanton it was who got the block in there. Now Beresford checks inside. But he's dispossessed, and away comes Earthy, and he's got Kadua to his left. Here is Gideon Kadua. Checks back onto right, Gideon Kadua, and it's blocked. And a good chance for Gideon Kadua there. But it was just blocked as he tried to unleash it. But down the other end comes Carl Crossley, looking to take on Junior Robinson. Crossley going one way and another, fires a low cross up across the box, but Sean Tarima is there to make the sliding block. But a good chance there, Earthy just finding Kadua, and he checked back onto his right foot, and it was a block by the substitute, Callum McNally. Then Carl Crossley herring down the other end, but couldn't quite find a black and white shirt. And it'll be the game's first corner. And it will come the away side. Miley over it. Pins it up, it just holds itself up, and it's not clear. And Carl Crossley, I think, was lining up a shot there, but he was just taken off his toes, and Michael Ndeweni gone down there, but Jacob Knightbridge clears it, but the referees brought play back. Michael Ndeweni and Jay Turner-Cook were just crowding out Jacob Knightbridge as he went to take that goal kick. Robinson carries it inside, finds Earthy, who looks for the run of Mabama, and he's in a foot race there, but Max Thompson was alert to the danger. Now Michael Forbes can bring it forward, and he finds feet of Clayton, but he can't quite get under his control. Now Forbes had it back, and Newcastle in no rush to press the home side, just sitting back, and it has worked for the most part so far, but Sean Freeman just looking to break the lines there, and George Earthy looks left and finds Clayton. He delivers across in towards Kadua, and it will just evade the West Ham striker, and it will also evade Junior Robinson, but it looks like the linesman has given the throw in the way of the home side. West Ham come into this one on the back of that 3-0 win against Burnley in the Premier League Cup. Devin Mabama and Gideon Kadua, the two strikers, getting on the score sheet in that one. Whereas Newcastle off the back of that 3-1 loss to Liverpool. Michael Ndeweni with the only goal for the Toon. As the ball is allowed to bounce, but it is cleared. But, Michael Forbes will look to build from the back once more. Potts looks at the ball into the channel, and Obama can pick it up, towering over Bo Beresford. Now Woods. Bremer looks to switch it across, but it's cut out by Miley there. He does well to hold on to the ball. As McNally looks for the big switch over, and Junior Robinson just going down under pressure from Carl Crossley. The ball was hoisted forward, and Carl Crossley just had a hold of Junior Robinson's right arm there. Woods shows good feet to break through a challenge of two Newcastle players and finds the ball down the channel. Kieran Thompson it was, coming across to clear the danger. Robinson. Yeah. Ball just going out of play there, according to the linesman on the near side. Junior Robinson didn't think so with a little scoot pass. Bo Beresford taking his time over this throw-in as we approach the end of this first period. Not too much to report. The Couple of saves for either keeper, but nothing too dangerous. As Newcastle win back possession with Turner Cook and looks at the ball forward, but it should be dealt with by Forbes, but it's not, and it eventually is. I think he just worked his way out to Casey there. And now Miley looks across to Crossley. Looking to take on Junior Robinson. Delivers the cross towards the far post, but it just falls at the feet of Clayton. Earthy, nice little flick on to Kadua. He's got a little bit of space to attack now. There's Mbama in that wide left channel. Inside towards Potts. Potts plays the ball forward towards Robinson, who's coming a bit narrower now. Robinson looks for the reverse pass, but again, it's a little bit wasteful from Junior Robinson on the edge of the Newcastle area. I think he was just looking for the run of Earthy there. It's going to be very tricky for George Earthy to bring that one under control. Beresford now. Good closing down from Junior Robinson, but it's a little bit unfortunate that the ball just spins out for a throw-in. Referee just asking Bo Beresford to retreat back into his own half of this throw-in. Beresford's pass forward, just cut out by Robinson and laid off by Mbama to Earthy, who finds Kadua now, and it's got the run of Mbama ahead of him, and it just evades the West Ham striker. Can't quite latch onto the pass, and Max Thompson just smothers that through ball. Just a little bit too much on it from Gideon Kadua trying to find his strike partner. Knightbridge. His clearance is intercepted, but George Earthy alert and quick to quash any danger. But that's a little bit of a loose pass, a little bit of lack of communication there is Stanton has it. And McNally lays it off to Huntley. Ball's clipped forward towards Ndweni. Just about brings it under control. Sets it back and it's a shot, but it's a shot that's not going to trouble the keeper. Turner Cook, I think it was, who had an effort on goal there. Michael Ndweni doing well to hold the ball up, and the first time left-footed effort just flew over the crossbar of Jacob Knightsbridge goal. Stanton can't quite manage to bring it under control, and it's clipped down the line by Kadua to Robinson. He's only got Mbama ahead of him. Comes back to Kadua. Now Woods. West Ham is struggling to penetrate this defence, but that's a great little ball in behind, and it's dinked towards goal by George Earthy, but couldn't quite steer it on target. Great vision from Woods to find the through ball, and Earthy making that run from deep. Just dinked it wide of that far post. But it's another effort that goes begging for West Ham. Forbes. Can West Ham find a goal to go in ahead of the break? Clayton battling on the far side and does enough to win the throw-in, and the throw-in's taken quickly. And foul given there against West Ham. And a chance for Newcastle just to slow things down. George Earthy it was on James Huntley. Thompson clears it forward and will just eventually trickle through towards Casey, who directs it back to his keeper and gets it back. Forbes trying a little bit too much there, and Huntley has it. Looks inside for Ndewini, but it's a sliding interception by Potts to deny the away side any hint of an attack. Now Woods looks to pass out wide towards Robinson, who just about manages to keep it in play, and then Carl Crossley comes across with a forceful challenge, but it will be a throw-in for the Hammers. Here's Woods now. He's got Mabama ahead of him. Woods still going. He's trying to slide the pass towards Earthy, but it's cut out. But back comes Junior Robinson. Finds Earthy. He's got Clayton to his left. Instead comes back to Woods. Now Forbes joining the attack. He delivers across and towards Mabama, and the header only just flies wide. And I think it's come off a Newcastle player in the end, as West Ham will have the corner. I think it was Kadua there. It was Michael Forbes advancing forward. And yeah, it was Devin Mabama who got the header away there. Kadua was also present in the box, but it was Mabama who managed to get that little flick on. As the corner delivered into the box, and it's nodded by Casey. Thinked back in, and it's headed away. Now Tarima picks it up. Forbes trying to make something happen as we enter 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half, and the referee again blows for a foul, and Michael Forbes this time the perpetrator. Battling there, the two captains, Jamie Miley and Michael Forbes. And it was the former who fell to the floor, and he won the free kick for his side as the clock just ticks down in this first half. Thompson clears it forward, and the referee brings the first half to a close. A opening period of few chances. You'd have to say that West Ham are probably slightly edged this half, but neither keeper troubled too much. So it's at half-time, it's West Ham United 0, Newcastle United 0. the Rush Green Stadium for the second half of this FA Youth Cup third round tie, when neither side was able to find a breakthrough in that first half. West Ham controlled possession for the most part, but unable to forge a clear-cut opportunity. Perhaps the best chance falling to George Earthy, latching onto that through ball by Archie Woods, but was unable to guide the ball past Max Thompson late in that first half. Junior Robinson perhaps looked one of the most lively players in that first half, getting forward deep into opposition territory and certainly causing the Newcastle left-back Bo Beresford some issues. Kevin Keane will be eager to see his side just create a little bit more in the final third against the deep line defence of the Magpies. But it won't be easy against a well-drilled Peter Ramage side. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, the winner of this one takes on Arsenal or Colchester, and at half-time is Colchester in fact in the lead. A 1-0 lead. They scored on the stroke of half-time. So perhaps a chance for either of these teams to progress to the fifth round if they get through this one. Of course, it's not necessarily going to be an easy game against Colchester, but I'm sure they prefer that than taking on Arsenal. Jay Turner-Cook will look to get us back underway in this second half. Of course, West Ham have also won it 3 times, but as have Newcastle. They've won it twice, in fact, not quite matching the 3 times of West Ham. They won it in 1962 and 1985, and in that 85 side was a certain Paul Gascoigne. They ended up beating Watford 4-1 in the final on that occasion. And the young Magpies will hope to somewhat emulate that success, whether that be all the way to the final, but they will be happy to progress into the latter stage of the competition no matter how far they get. The challenge tonight is to beat this strong West Ham side. It's Clayton. Looks down the line, but cut out by Jamie Miley. The captain's tonight, and his younger brother, Lewis Miley, on the bench this evening. The even younger brother of those two, also part of the Newcastle Academy, is Obama, trying to advance into the box here early on in the second half. Has to go back out to Robinson. He's got a couple of claret and blue shirts in the middle, but it comes to Obama on his left foot, who tries to get a shot off, but it's blocked and eventually cleared by Kieran Thompson. Woods now battling with Miley, and Miley goes to ground there on Woods, and a little bit of argy-bargy there between Woods and Miley. And now Michael and Dewenny getting involved. Just a late challenge there from Miley, and ball slithered into the box, and Thompson, it's a comfortable claim in the end. Just too close to the goalkeeper from that delivery by Regan Clayton. Regan Clayton joined West Ham as a 10-year-old. He has some defensive work to do here. As a substitute, McNally comes forward, delivered towards Ndeweni, but it should be fairly simple for Jacob Knightbridge, and it is. But yeah, Regan Clayton joined as a 10-year-old and has made 19 appearances last year as an under-16. This will show the age of some of you, but he idolises Alphonso Davies, who to me still seems like a young player, so it's a little bit of an eye-opener there. Tarima. Finds Robinson. Of course, he idolised Dani Alves, and that's more of a familiar idol to have, I would say. But sure, Alphonso Davies will go on to great things. And if Regan Clayton can do something similar, I'm sure West Ham will be delighted. And here's Mabama now, trying to give them something to cheer about. Tries to set it to forward, but just underhits the pass, and then I think the foul's going to go against him there, and it was Josh Stewart who was just tripped by Michael Forbes. Obama just underhitting the pass, and then Forbes just giving a nice friendly shoulder to Josh Stewart. Michael Forbes joined last summer when he left Northern Ireland and scored in his 18th debut last year against Spurs. There he is to meet another header, the Hammers captain. Now Kadua can't quite bring it down, and Ellis Stanton battles well, but back come West Ham, and Miley there, another foul on, this time George Earthy. Woods now advancing forward and finds Kadua, whose touch is just a little bit too heavy, but it does well to keep the ball in play, but then just loses his footing and trips up Kieran Thompson. Did well initially, but then feet just gave way, and then a little bit of a rash challenge on Kieran Thompson. Trima does well there to negate any danger. Again, West Ham look to open things up and switch the point of attack. Clayton looks at the ball down line to Earthy. Just loses track of the ball there, and a strong challenge from Regan Clayton. Stewart. Now Miley breaking away into the midfield, and I think it's just about common for West Ham player last. McNally with the throw-in. Finds the feet of Huntley. Now inside towards Miley, and it's shifted left out towards Crossley. Trying to kick out there, and it's breaking into the box against Junior Robinson, but just about runs out of space. Just Crossley trying to dash past Junior Robinson there. Wide on that left-hand side. Miley looks to find Crossley again. He's got Nduweni ahead of him, but Crossley still going on his own. Still Crossley. And it's a fantastically timed challenge there from Caelan Casey. It looked for a moment that Carl Crossley was going to break that back line, and it was a perfectly executed challenge from the centre half. Oh, Crossley just breaking forward there, and it did look like he was going to get past, but look at that for a time challenge. That's Bobby Moore-esque from Caelan Casey. He he stated he wants to follow in the path of Declan Rice in that line towards the academy. There's a great ball outside, and it's Junior Robinson who goes down in the box there. And the referee says no. Bo Beresford it was challenging Junior Robinson, and it looked like there was perhaps a slight nudge on the fullback. But the referee saw nothing wrong with it. Max Thompson just taking his time over that goal kick. Smart from Forbes there, just chesting down towards Earthy. Now Wood's trying to get past Stanton, but it's cut out by Beresford. Another look at this one here, and just about got past him, and it's a little hand in the back there, but I'm not too sure it's enough to award a penalty, but he had got the wrong side of Bo Beresford. But perhaps the referee made the right call on this occasion. But a good run again from Junior Robinson to break that back line. Now comes Crossley. Finds into Wenny, but the layoff is loose. And back come West Ham with Earthy. Kadua trying to break inside, but Miley dispossesses it. Now Huntley overlapping on that left-hand side. Trying to get past Tarima. Now finds McNally. He's got Umdueni in there. Towards Cook, and it's just about evaded Huntley at the far post there. 3 Newcastle players were forward there trying to attack that cross, but none of them could quite latch on the end of it from that cross from Callum McNally. Now Clayton advancing forward. Trying to take on McNally. Has to go back and finds Forbes. Now Robinson, pardon me, it was Clayton on the near side. But the cross wasn't threatening, and here's that half chance to get something on it. And I think Huntley just wasn't quite expecting it to go through that many bodies and couldn't quite get it down his left foot to have an effort on goal. But a chance for Newcastle there, which have been few and far between. The pass forward cut out there, but it will end up in the hands of Jacob Knightbridge. Turner Cook just went a bit too much on that forward pass to Michael Ndueni. Now Stanton. Forward to Huntley, and he finds Ndueni now. He's coming forward on his left. Ball pops out and finds way to Cook, and he's gone down there, and it was just a little bit late there from Caelan Casey. He'll just get a talking to from the referee. About 20 yards from goal. Turner Cook it was. He was brought to the floor, just nipped in front of Caelan Casey. And it looks like it's going to be Jay Turner Cook with that left foot to strike this free kick. Jacob Knightbridge just setting up his wall. There's 5 in it, or 4. I think Archie Wood's just going to stand just outside. But Jay Turner Cook with a fabulous opportunity to give Newcastle the lead. Jay Turner Cook. And that's not troubling the keeper on this occasion. Just got too much on it, and Jacob Knightbridge could just watch that one fly past his right-hand post. Casey gets his head in it. He'll be pleased that that free kick didn't cause any danger. Now McNally trying to get past Clayton, and it's a well-timed challenge from Regan Clayton on Callum McNally. Here's the angle of that free kick again. Just too much on it, and it just flew straight over the crossbar of Jacob Knightbridge's goal. Forwards manages just clear his line, but guided back to the keeper by Stewart. There's a slip from Thompson there, but it will still get enough distance on it to avoid any immediate danger. Now Clayton looks at the ball over towards Kadua, who brings it down excellently. He awaits the run of Robinson, but it doesn't come soon enough. Instead sets it off to Woods. Now Robinson, cutting inside, almost finds the feet of Maban, but he can't quite get it under his control. And now here come Newcastle with Huntley. Now Crossley, and Ndueni's peeled out to the left-hand side. Cross is delivered, but it's blocked there by Junior Robinson, doing some defensive duties. And Jamie Miley trotting over to take this corner kick as we tick over the hour mark in this third round tie in the FA Youth Cup. Delivers across towards the far post, and it's towards McNally, but Forbes gets up. And now a chance for the Hammers to break. Woods with it, but instead he has to go back and just keep possession there. No need to try anything that would lose possession. And now the clip ball in behind towards Clayton will be chased by Stewart. And that's excellent from Clayton to get back towards the byline, and the cross can't quite get past Miley there. But good work from Clayton. Lovely little Cruyff turn to twist Josh Stewart inside out. Archie Woods will go over to retrieve the ball and take this corner kick. Woods delivers the cross to the far post, and Case is there, and it's nodded across the goal, but it's cleared away. Now Clayton will come back out to Woods. Clayton, still plenty of men forward for West Ham. Woods looks at the ball in behind towards Mbama, and Kadua trying to get onto it as well, but it runs through. And Max Thompson be glad to see that one go behind for a goal kick. Stewart. Miley switches it across to Beresford, who flicks it towards Crossley, but it's dealt with on that far side. by Junior Robinson. As the Newcastle bench getting ready under the instruction of Peter Ramage. Game has perhaps struggled for a little bit of fluidity tonight. A few stoppages in play, just disrupting any sort of tempo. But West Ham will be looking to inject a bit of life into their second half. Robinson trying to get on to the end of that one, but again, it's a little bit loose again, and it's an easy one for Thompson to bring under his control. Reminder that we are headed for extra time if this one stays level. And of course, penalties at the end of that. Here's Stanton. First pass, Crossley, and he's got Beresford on the overlap. Beresford trying to take on Junior Robinson, but the ball inside is intercepted by Potts, who can advance forward now and plays the ball with the outside of his foot. But once again, it's not accurate enough. And you do wonder whether Kevin Keane will be looking to introduce one of his substitutes. Ndewene sets the ball out to McNally. McNally coming forward, and it's cut out by Potts. He plays the ball down the line towards Kadua, who's breaking through of his man. He's still got several to beat, and eventually he's crowded out. Now Crossley finds Huntley, and Crossley's continued his run, and it comes back to Carl Crossley, who goes inside with his right foot, and it's a sliding block by Caelan Casey, and he's made several important blocks and interceptions tonight. The West Ham centre-half. Sliding block there, just denied him with his right thigh. And it looks like Junior Robinson just needing a little bit of assistance in stretching those hamstrings. A little bit of cramp creeping in midway through this second half. And it will be Miley who takes the corner short. Now the ball does get delivered into the box towards the back post, and Forbes has to nod away. And now West Ham can break with Kadua. Plays it forward towards Regan Clayton, who finds the ball through, and I think the flag gone up on the far side. It has. Carl Crossley was through there, but just went a little bit too early, and he's offside. But I think the referee has pulled this one back for a foul earlier on in the move. Clayton it was, who was clattered by Stewart. And now a substitution for West Ham. And it'll be Kadua to be replaced. And it's Lewis Orford coming on to replace him. And he made his under-18s debut at age 14 back in October 2020 in a 3-2 win against Brighton Hove Albion. As Woods delivers it towards the far post, and it comes to Tarima, who thought about shot on Orford with his first touch, and it goes down in the box there. I think that was George Earthy going to the floor there. And now Orford finds Mabama. Now Orford again. Still Orford, and he has a shot on goal. Comes to Mbama, who tries to bring it out of the box, twisting and turning. Mbama can't quite get a shot through the legs of the Newcastle defenders. Now Forbes. And shirt tugged there, but he plays on. And the ball is delivered low into the box, but it's cleared away by Stanton. Now Undueni holding it up. And Lewis Orford just nicks the ball there, the substitute. And the ball just cut out, and now Crossley can run at Tarima. Ball's put into the box, it's Undueni, and it will come back to Undueni! And Michael Undueni opens the scoring for the Magpies. The Newcastle number 9 gobbles up the rebound to slot it into the net. And he's scored his fair few share of goals this season. And he gives the away side the lead here at Rush Green Stadium. It was a great run, and it was put across the box and flicked towards goal, and Knightbridge dealt with the first one, but Michael Undueni was quickest to tuck in the rebound. And that's Newcastle United 1, West Ham United 0. The young forward scored for the under-23s earlier this month in the Papa John's Trophy versus Mansfield. And he's on the score sheet in another cup tonight. And that's perhaps against the run of play in terms of possession, but as we said, West Ham haven't really created anything clear-cut. And now they've got something to defend. And now Clayton looking for a response. Woods goes outside to Robinson. Throws in a few step overs, but challenge is made by Crossley. And Junior Robinson struggling with cramp again, it seems. Such a key part of his game is that bombing forward on that right flank. Going to be hindered by that cramp as Woods looks to bring it down with Stanton on his back. Delivers the cross into the box, but again it's cut out. And here come Newcastle again, and they've broken through here, and it's with Turner Cook, and it'll look like it will go out of play for a corner. Knightbridge couldn't quite keep it in. Newcastle taking their time over this corner, as of course they're going to do now. As Miley looks to deliver, and it's towards the far post, and it's met, and it's nodded down, and Mbama just about gets there. Now Earthy finds Robinson, and his switch is blocked. Now the ball's played down the line to Clayton. Forbes. Ball delivered into the box, and it's Mbama who can hold it up, and he finds Woods, who dinks the ball into the box, and it was Orford waiting there, and it's a calm chest back by Ellis Stanton. And can the young Hammers find an equaliser as we approach final 15 minutes of this tie. Huntley's ball forward is just a little bit too much on it. There's Archie Woods, fouled by the goal scorer, Michael Ndueni. I think it's Carl Crossley down receiving treatment. I think Archie Woods is going to be okay, but Carl Crossley just holding his calf. Perhaps it's a little hint of cramp, as Earthy's touch is just a little bit too heavy. Now Crossley, his pass intercepted, but it will find its way to Stanton instead, and he's got Huntley on this far side, but Forbes deals with it well. Earthy bringing it forward now. He's got Junior Robinson on that right-hand side. Robinson delivers from deep, and it's towards Mbama. And Mbama equalises. Divin Mbama latches onto that cross and dispatches with ease. The 17-year-old forward scores his 7th goal of the season. And an emphatic finish to level things up here. It was worked out towards Junior Robinson, who delivered the ball, and Mbama just about beating Stewart to it, and then he had the goal at his mercy and fired it past Max Thompson. West Ham United 1, Newcastle United 1. And the man who joined as an 8-year-old and was a left-back at the time until he was moved up front in an under-12 game, which he scored in, has now scored in the FA Youth Cup for his boyhood team. And suddenly, this game increases in tempo as Mbama looked to find the run of Earthy there. The distribution is a little bit loose from Max Thompson there and invites the pressure onto his goal. Robinson will claim that assist after a lively first half. Been a bit quieter in the second half, but he's got an assist to his name now. As Mbama finds himself 25 yards from goal. Mbama looks to chip it, I think. It was a sort of little bit of an indecisive shot there from Mbama, and it floats over the top of the crossbar. Thompson plays it out to McNally. Now Turner Cook, and he just takes it off the ball and it will run out for a throw-in. As Potts manages to find the pass to Mbama. And the foul is given on George Earthy there. Karima just played the ball into him, and it's a little bit too forceful from Bo Beresford. Ball's delivered towards Casey and Forbes, and it was in between both. Flicked on by the Newcastle player. Huntley it was getting his head on that one. And a corner for West Ham. Delivered. And the keeper does claim, or does he? The ball ended up in the net, but I think he's given a foul, has he? I think he's awarded the foul there. Some of the West Ham players, I think, thought the goal was awarded, but he has given a foul there. I think it must have been on the keeper there. I'm not really sure there was too much in it there. Huntley. Now Turner Cook, but it's a good sliding challenge from Potts. Just over 10 minutes left in this third round tie. McNally fires the ball low to the other side, and it's a sliding challenge from Woods, but he can't quite dispossess Crossley, but it's an emphatic challenge by Orford. Now Ndweni battling with Tarima. The foul goes the way of the Newcastle forward. Colchester still leading that other tie against Arsenal. But one of the sides is going to have to find a breakthrough tonight, whether that be in normal time or extra time, or eventually penalties. As the throw-in goes the way of the away side. There's certainly some tired legs out there. They're going to have to keep going for another half an hour if things stay as they are. As the ball is delivered into the box, and it's just too high and evades the man of the back stick. Forbes. Judged to have come off Lewis Orford there, and Newcastle have a throw in midway through the West Ham half.
Get in here, Michael.
This time the decision goes the way of the Hammers, as Forbes looks for the head from Obama. It doesn't come to anything, and Newcastle launch it forward, but it will come back, straight back at them in the shape of Robinson, who looks to feed a ball through. Now it will fall, and it's in towards Mabama, and he can't just quite get his head on the end of that one. It always looked like it was going to evade the West Ham forward. Woods it was who delivered, and he couldn't quite throw himself far enough to get on the end of it. Stanton. Now Ndweni. McNally. He plays the ball forward, and it just trickles out of play. as James Huntley couldn't quite keep that one in. Forbes. Clearance is more up than away, and Stanton can bring it down, but he puts his teammate under pressure here, and there'll be a throw into the Hammers. Orford. Now Earthy tries to put it through the legs of Huntley, and Regan Clayton shows some good strength there, or a little bit too much strength, according to the man in the middle. As Crossley darts past his man here, and he puts the ball into the box, but it's cleared away by Caelan Casey. And the ball switched into the middle, but it's cleared away, and forward come West Ham again, but it's dealt with. And referee just saying that struck the arm. Turner Cook there. And the referee calling it back for a rolling ball there, I think. Tarima feeds it forward in towards Earthy, but they lose out, and Newcastle try to piece together an attack. They're unable to do so. And West Ham look to come forward again through Clayton. Now Tarima looking to break through the front line of Newcastle once more, and he will join the attack, and he's out of position now as Miley looks to make something happen, but he has to go back, and Beresford just has to retrieve that slightly loose ball. And Robinson falls to the turf under the challenge of Michael Ndueni, who opened the scoring for Newcastle this evening, but it wasn't long after that Divin Mabama equalised the Hammers. Orford. Head of the way by Stewart, and it might make its way out here to Clayton, and it has to be a well-timed challenge there by McNally. Forbes. Plays it back to Casey, who will shift it right to Tarima. Junior Robinson trying to make that run on the right-hand side again, but instead Tarima goes left and finds Clayton in Acres' space. He's got off the middle. Clayton delivers, and it's just a little bit too high. But it'll come to the back post for Robinson, will it? And can't quite get it in. And now Crossley will try and bring it forwards, and not quite on the same wavelength there. And Forbes can advance once again. Clayton delivers towards Mabama, and it might come to Earthy there. I think he was trying to get on the end of it, but it just trickles out for a goal kick. Clayton delivered from deep, and I think Earthy was asking for a penalty there, but I'm not sure there was really too much in it. And the challenge from Bo Beresford. And as the clock ticks down, it looks like we are heading for extra time here in East London. Thompson. His goal kick is met by Orford, but Miley looks to bring it under control and finds Turner Cook. And now Huntley breaking into the box. Huntley cuts aside on his left foot and the ball is low and it's turned in! And Newcastle take the lead deep into the second half. The ball made its way across to the far post. And I think it was Turner Cook who managed to get on the end of it. The ball made its way out to Huntley on this far side and he chopped inside and looked to hit it with his left foot. And it was Turner Cook who tucked in the loose ball. And surely he has won it at the death for Newcastle United. A game where Newcastle have struggled to create any clear-cut chances, but the two they have converted. And the young Hammers will be disappointed given the amount of possession they've had. But Newcastle have managed to create those two really good chances, and Jay Turner Cook was the one to tuck this one away. And here is the goal scorer, Turner Cook. A cruel blow for the Hammers as Turner Cook wins a foul as the ball goes up to indicate 3 minutes of stoppage time. And Kevin Keane and Michael Forbes need to motivate their players as Turner Cook just, I think, making the most of this one here, and this will add on to the stoppage time. And Newcastle just looking to run down the clock here as they have a throw in deep inside West Ham territory. Again, it goes the way of Newcastle. And West Ham need to get the ball out of this area and try and mount one last attack to try and take this game to extra time. As Clayton wins the foul. And I think a substitution as Jacob Knightbridge went to take that quickly. And it looks like Josh Donaldson is replacing the late goal scorer, Jay Turner Cook. "16-year-old forward just waiting to come on." As Turner Cook takes his time to leave the field of play, and eventually Josh Donaldson does come on. And you'd think that perhaps there's going to be more than the indicated 3 minutes, but West Ham needs something as Clayton launched it forward and Casey's joined the attack and he tries to hook across into the box and it's headed away. Oh, and he just loses footing, does Potts. Now Robinson. Can they make a last gasp equaliser? It's crossed into the box and it won't mount to anything, and you feel that could be the last chance as Huntley will run this away towards the corner. But instead he checks inside as they look for a final goal, and it's Michael Nduweni to wrap things up. He does. Michael Ndweni seals the victory for Newcastle United. A counter-attacking performance, and that goal wraps that up. Huntley broke forward from deep, and instead of going to the corner, he checked inside, found the pass to Michael Ndweni, who just sat Tarima down on the floor and slotted it into that bottom left-hand corner. It's 2 for Michael Ndweni, and it's 3 for Newcastle United. And you think that that would be that for West Ham United in this year's FA Youth Cup. Oh, there's a late chance here, and it's Orford into the box, and he finds the feet, and oh, suddenly there's another goal. George Earthy is who's got on the score sheet, and stranger things have happened, but perhaps there's a chance for West Ham to get back into this one. The ball found its way to Lewis Orford straight from kickoff, and it fell at the feet of George Earthy, who just curled it into that far corner. And a flurry of goals late on here. And West Ham suddenly, with perhaps a chance, they've got everyone forward, apart from Clayton and the keeper. And Newcastle probably thought this was over, but suddenly they've got a bit of work to do. But there can't be long left. I think one of their subs is going into the book here. Can they get a late equaliser? He goes to floor, does Clayton, but the ball is played forward and it's hacked away by Miley. And the referee brings this FA Youth Cup tie to a close. And it is Newcastle United who run out winners. 2 goals from Michael Ndweni, either side of a Jay Turner-Cook goal. See the Magpies advance forward to the 4th round of the FA Youth Cup. Goals from Devin Mabama and a late consolation from George Earthy weren't enough for the young Hammers tonight. And the game finishes Newcastle United 3, West Ham United 2. And a look back at the goals here. The opener for Newcastle, a great run on the far side, and Michael Ndweni was able to tuck away the rebound after a good stop from Jacob Knightsbridge. But then, not long after, there was a response from West Ham. Earthy it was who played the ball out towards Robinson, and it was Devin Mabama who managed to fire it past Max Thompson with an emphatic finish on his left foot. But then, in the 89th minute, Newcastle managed to put another one past Jacob Knightsbridge. It was Huntley who checked inside and curled the ball towards the far corner, and then Jay Turner-Cook just gobbling up the rebound. And that felt like the end of the game, but it exploded into life in the last couple of minutes. Huntley again bringing it forward, and it was Ndweni who got the second goal of the night for him. And that all but sealed it for Newcastle United, but a very rapid response from West Ham straight from the kickoff. Saw George Earthy on the sheet. It was a long ball forward from Jacob Knightsbridge, and I think a slip in the defence allowed Lewis Orford through, and the ball fell kindly towards George Earthy, who just curled it to that far corner, but it wasn't to be for West Ham United tonight. And at the end of 90 minutes here at the Rush Green Stadium, it is the away side that will advance forward to the 4th round of the FA Youth Cup. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed the match this evening, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.